Alright, take two of recording this video. Hopefully I can talk this time. We will start with the same announcement regarding next gen. I was unable to secure the bag for the Xbox Series X because I didn't pre-order it. I just assumed, I'll wait till release day, buy it then. That was my plan, but turns out it's really popular and it's just out of stock everywhere. Microsoft said there's going to be shortages until March. So, make a long story short, there's a good chance I'm stuck on current gen for months. So that's an L. That's on me. And let's get into this with a good Thursday night football game for once. I mean, the last couple of the NFL selection of primetime games this year has been a little concerning. Although, apparently the Patriots-Jets game was good last night. Give him credit. It was enough for LeBron to give Cam Newton credit. But we're not talking about LeBron here. This one is probably going to be a win for the Titans. Derrick Henry hasn't been playing too well the last couple of games in terms of stats, but it appears that the Titans are doing just fine without him playing really, really well, which is honestly something I think the Tennessee Titan fans would want to see because, I mean, it could have very well been that Titans only win if Derrick Henry gets like at least 120 rushing yards. But, I mean, the last couple of games, they showed that they don't really... I'm not going to say they don't need him, because they definitely do need him. He's one of the best running backs in the league and one of the best players. But it's nice to know they can succeed if he's having an off night, even against this good of a defense like the Colts. Now we move on to the Texans and the Browns. I'm a little unhappy because with the Texans win, the pick that's going to be ours drops to 7, which annoys me. But you know what? I'll spare you guys getting mad about that, and we shall predict the result of this football game. I think it's going to be a Browns win because this one will come down to just talent. I mean, and that's clearly going the Browns' way because, be for real, a really, really close win against the Jaguars that may have been decided by the refs. That's not exactly a sign of hope if you're a Texans fan. So sorry, but looks like you're back to your old ways of losing. And now we have the Bengals and the Steelers, who almost lost to the frickin' Cowboys. That would have been, like, absolute disaster. Even though they would have only been, 7-1. But you just don't want to lose to the Cowboys because then you probably can't show your face in public. I think that the Steelers. There's no way they're gonna let another game like that happen to them. I mean, this team, especially the defense, plays hard and goes 120%. The result can be downright scary. So I think the Steelers are gonna beat the crap out of the Bengals. And even though we got a little bit of COVID going on with the Steelers, even Ben Roethlisberger's on the COVID list. So I mean, but for real, I honestly don't think that Ben Roethlisberger playing or not is not the deciding factor in this one. And we have the Dolphins and the Chargers. Tua versus Herbert. I'm really, really nervous because if we don't win this game or Tua doesn't play as well as Herbert, then the media is going to go absolutely ballistic in saying we should have taken Herbert. We should have taken Herbert. Because, I mean, Tua just had an amazing game, but the media is just going to have too much fun if Herbert outplays Tua. So I'm going to pick the Dolphins to win, probably because they're just, they're the better team at this point, and they really, really need them to win. Not being biased, though. I mean, the Chargers, despite Herbie's historic level rookie season, the Chargers just can't turn it into wins, and I wouldn't expect it to happen against this surging Dolphins squad. Now we move on to the Broncos and the Raiders, who won their game against the... I don't know, man, we gotta check. Yeah, they beat the Chargers. That's not much of an accomplishment. But yeah, their Raiders are starting to look really good. I remember way early in the season when they started 2-0, I wasn't sold on them, But now, I mean, it's sort of shifted. I, at best, I think their ceiling is like the 6th or 7th seed. They're not gonna win any playoff games this year, but I mean, they've been able to capitalize on some pretty decent play from Derek Carr. I mean, obviously, a bunch of that is guys like Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller. That defense is gonna have to get better, but when you're playing an offense like the Broncos, you're still gonna lose. I mean, listen, man, I tricked you there, didn't I? You think I forgot about Jerry Jeudy? I mean, this man had an outstanding game last week, and he might be one of those rookies that's going to really, really break out in the second half. I mean, think about it. No Cortland Sutton. Jerry Jeudy might be the primary target moving forward for the Broncos, who moved to 4-5 with this dub here. Now you have the Ravens and the Patriots. Oh my God! I mean, even though the Patriots have a win in their win column, an extra one after last night, that was kind of an L, because to be down like that to the Jets, I mean, that's just not acceptable, you know what I'm saying? Either way, the Ravens are going to win this game. And honestly, this might be crazy as it sounds against what used to be like one of the best defenses of all time. This is where Lamar Jackson might start playing well again. I mean, I don't know what's up with Stephon Gilmore, but other than that, the defense of the Patriots has been very, very disappointing and even bad. Part of that is because they've lost guys like Dante Hightower and Patrick Chung to opting out of the season, but most of it is on them. And I think the Ravens will get an easy win here. One thing I'd look for John Harbaugh to do here is get the ball to Marquise Brown, because he posted a cryptic tweet. I think it was on Twitter. I don't know. I don't have Twitter. He posted a cryptic tweet that was obviously him subtly demanding the ball more. So I think they want to keep their young receiver with a lot of potential happy, and it's either be a Lamar Jackson game or a Marquise Brown game. So keep your eyes out. We have the Jaguars and the Packers. That's an easy Packers win. Normally, I'd just skip this, not say anything about it, but Jake Luton, I don't know, man. In the absence of the Jaguar King, Gardner Minshew, he's really stepped up. 6th-round pick. He had an impressive debut, so let's see what he can do against the Packers defense. I don't know if they're going to have Jair Alexander or not. Bills, Cardinals. Some people are saying that you should be worried about the Cardinals, but don't listen to them, man. I mean, the Dolphins, as crazy it is to say, are actually a good team now. So losing to them was a hard-fought loss, and it was pretty much all Zane Gonzalez for not sending that one into OT. So I'm still not worried about the Cardinals. I actually think they're going to come up and beat the Bills here. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins was just absolutely shadowed by the Dolphins, and he's on pace for like 1,600 receiving yards. At least that was a while ago before that game. What was I going to say? I was looking at my phone because there's an ESPN notification. Where was I? Oh, yeah. At least before that bad game against us, he was on pace for 1,600 receiving yards, so he ain't going to have a game like that twice in a row. Look for D-Hop to cook the Bills' defense, which is hard to do. Credit to them. Eagles, Giant, yep. The football team and the Lions. The Lions pretty much went all in. No, not all in. They traded for Everson Griffin. I think they made some kind of other move, which I forgot. And then they lost badly to the Vikings because of Dalvin Cook getting into the MVP conversation. And then Washington, who won that game? I forgot, man. Yeah, they lost to the Giants. I don't even know what I'm talking about here, but I think the Lions are going to pick up this win. Matthew Stafford didn't play well. They played Chase Daniel for a bit. But, I mean, this Lions team just has quite a few better players. I don't know if Stafford's going to come back, but if he does, he'll probably have a pretty decent game against this Washington defense. And the main reason I'm picking them to win this game is because that Kyle Allen injury was really, really nasty. And it's looking like they're going to have to be playing Alex Smith for a bit. And no offense to Alex Smith, that's an amazing story. Congrats to you, my guy. But you are trash. I mean, no one really expected too much of him. No one even really thought he was going to play. But, like, 3 interceptions, it's just not there for Alex Smith anymore. Now he's probably going to have to be playing. Or they might bring back Dwayne Haskins. I don't know. Bucks and Panthers. My God. I mean, Sunday night, literally, that was one of the best games a team has ever played, what the Saints did there. That was just absolutely wow. I have no words for that. But I think the Bucks are gonna beat the Panthers here. It's obviously that game against the Saints was obviously a sign that the Bucks aren't fully gelled yet. So I think this one's gonna be close. The Panthers almost beat the Chiefs, but the thing is, I think Christian McCaffrey might miss some more time because he got hurt again at the end of that game. So at this point, I'm just anticipating that he's not gonna play. And here's like the main reason why they were able to stay with the Chiefs. So I don't know if they'll beat the Bucks without him. And we have the Seahawks and the Rams. The Seahawks have lost 2 of their last 3, and it is 100% on the defense. They haven't been playing well at all. And so I think they'll lose again to the Rams, who have a good offense. And I mean, at this point, you gotta be worried about the Seahawks. I thought they could potentially win the Super Bowl, but I mean, I don't know about that anymore. Russell Wilson might still be the MVP, but at this point, you got guys like Dalvin Cook, you got Derrick Henry in there, you got Patrick Mahomes, who might actually be the favorite now. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Seattle Seahawks. 49ers Saints. Bro, I mean, come on. If that kind of a win doesn't give you momentum, then what does? Then we got the Vikings against the fake team. You see, here's the thing. I mean, the last 2 Vikings wins have just been all Dalvin Cook, pretty much. He's been an absolute beast. The thing is, I feel like if you take away Dalvin Cook, you take away the Vikings, but the Bears are also incredibly, incredibly fake. Not that defense isn't even too great, and I think that they're going to just get overwhelmed because I mean you got a dangerous duo of receivers. You have Adam Thielen, who's really good this season. Then you have Justin Jefferson, who's had a couple of big games. You obviously got Dalvin Cook. Then the defense, it's pretty bad, but don't worry about it. Okay, so I survived that predictions video. I still can't really talk right now. I don't know why. It just be like that sometimes. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and rest in peace me, because I ain't gonna be able to get next gen stuff for a while.